Hey guys, welcome back to Pixelated Talk. And well, today we have someone very special, the very handsome, the wonderful, the fabulous Ceddy. Welcome, Ceddy. Welcome to Pixelated Talk.
Thank you for inviting me, Herman. Oh my God. Wow. I love the introduction. Thank you so much. Yes. What a lovely, I haven't been invited to a podcast show for a long time. And I think you are the first one in 2022.
Wonderful. Whoa. One honor. Great. So how's your day so far? Very well?
Actually it's good. I spent some time watching Ultraman. Hey, not the old, okay. Hey, I grew up with the old Ultraman, but the new one on Netflix is very good. I enjoyed it, and I spent some time with my pets. Yeah, basically I'm preparing for my mental health break starting tomorrow until 25th.
Nice. So for those that don't know, maybe you could introduce yourself a bit to the community that may not know you that much yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my name is Ceddy. I am a foodie vlogger on TikTok. Most of the time you'll be seeing me reviewing food, interesting places. I basically am very vocal on Twitter. I am also a gamer. I play a lot of Genshin Impact. Sometimes I love some anime. I'm an anime lover. I love to talk. I am hosting a show recently on BFM. Yeah.
Great.
That's me.
So you mentioned a lot about on social media, right? How do you get started? I think that's the one thing that everyone wants to know. How you get started?
How do I get started in terms of what, TikTok or
everything? This world of social media, right?
This world of social media. Okay, so I'm the kind of person that I love to tinker with technology. When I was younger, I think, Herman, how young are you?
16.
Oh God. Well, when you were born, okay, we had ICQ, we had MIRC, we had MSN, and I have always been, when the internet started getting popular and is accessible to us, I have been a fan of everything that is online, digital. I love to tinker with new stuff. And of course, over the time, Twitter came about, Facebook came about. And I remember just using Twitter to talk about random stuff like, oh, just saw a beautiful bird. Oh, I'm having this lovely dinner, breakfast. Nobody cares about what I do really, and I don't really care what people are tweeting. I just wanted to share my thoughts. It was like a diary. And then I got fascinated by people who do YouTube stuff. Like last time you had YouTubers who became YouTube stars, and I wanted to be one of them, but I was still very scared because growing up, people kind of like give me hell because of my voice, mannerism, like, oh, you sound like this, you sound like that. I don't like the way you talk, you present yourself, blah, 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 blah. So I always hide myself in one corner, like, I could have been a funny YouTuber, but, all those fear kind of stopped me from doing what I want. Then one day I was playing League of Legends, right? And this guy posted, oh, watch me now, twitch.tv/something. And I was like, what is that? So let me just open it. And then I opened the website. I'm pretty sure you know Twitch, and I see this guy at the corner there, down there, playing game. And I was like, that is the most stupid concept ever. Why do I have to watch this guy play League of Legends when I am in the same game as him? Then I Googled the concept of streaming, and then I saw Ninja making millions from it. And I was like, what? You can make money just by playing a game and let people watch you? So I gave it a try. I mean, granted, I am not the next Ninja or close to him, but I kind of grow my confidence and community through that. That is how I started with content creation. Now, I will be very quick to go to TikTok because I've been talking too much, right? So I started TikTok because after a while, I got very bored of streaming. I wanted to be a YouTuber again. So I started buying a camera, hire an editor. Basically, I wanted people to, I wanted to make a well-produced vlog during pandemic, So I started going places, I record. Flop. Nobody gives a damn about my video. Nobody cares, because apparently my friends were like, we are dealing with the same pandemic with you. We don't have time to care about what people are doing in their own country. Then my friend told me, why don't you get on TikTok? And I said, that is also another ridiculous idea. TikTok is full of cringe children. I don't like what I see. People are dancing, blah, 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 blah. And my friend said, you try lah. There are old people there also one. I said, what do you mean? What do you mean old people there? Hello. So I gave it a try and boom, here we are after 1 year.
But it's crazy, right? So suddenly from like kind of scared to go on YouTube and then suddenly boom, you're here now.
Yeah, I mean, I never wanted Malaysians to watch me when I started my career. I never wanted, because you know how Malaysians can be. Malaysians are proud to be number one cyber bully. And I happen to be one of those bullied victims before. I know how severe it is. So, but no choice. TikTok loves to push content locally first, ma. So I got discovered by Malaysians and I've been rolling with it since.
Wonderful, but you talk about a lot about Twitch, right? Actually, I want to know more about that.
Yeah, sure.
Do you still use Twitch? Because I actually never seen you on Twitch before.
Oh yeah, okay. So I used to stream very regularly last time, and then with my TikTok taking off, and I started getting jobs, locally. I cannot afford to stay up and stream very late anymore. Last time my stream time is at 1 a.m. to 4 a.m. because American time, my audience have been Americans, what? So now it became 2 times a month, which is good because people who miss me, they'll be like, long time never see you, you know. Because imagine I'm live every day. Some people get sian of me and they're like, you're always every day, man. What the hell?
But so I'm not sian of you. I think I almost watch your content almost every day, including some of my friends. So we're not sian.
Wow.
Yeah, we are devoted followers. Okay, we're devoted followers.
That's very nice of you.
So, okay. But I want to go back on something about like, did Twitch change your way on how you manage TikTok right now?
Yes, of course. Because I'm also a marketing I'm also a marketing student, and I apply whatever I learned from Twitch, from whatever I've been doing before on TikTok. So like on Twitch, for you to really do well, okay, of course, first you got to be a white person and straight and very good looking and shit. Then maybe you can thrive there lah. But over here, sadly, I tried to penetrate into the American scene. I mean, I did quite okay, but the love right now is not as strong as the ones that Malaysians are giving me. But of course, whatever I learned on Twitch, like the way I talk, the way I look into the camera and speak, it became very natural for me. So like anybody can just record me talking. I'm like, okay, let's just do it in 1-2 takes.
So it's like this confidence that builds up through time, right? Through time, learn, and then study a bit. Then, ta-da! Yeah. So,
yep.
You mentioned about also reviewing about food, right? May I know, what would you say about being a food reviewer?
What do I say about being a food reviewer?
Yes.
That's a very general question. Like, can you narrow down a bit? Like, give me a little bit of guidance here.
How good do you think food must be, or how bad must it be for you to say it's good or bad?
Oh, okay. So you'll find it very surprising, right? That I actually have very low standard when it comes to food. I am not super picky with food. So to me, most of the food in Malaysia that I've tried, fortunately, they are quite okay one. Like most of it is okay. Really, it's not bad. Have I tried really shitty ones? Of course I have. For me to say that something is bad, it has to be, really, the cook must be really crappy lah. My biggest example would be aglio olio. Can you imagine aglio olio? But it's very wet and soupy.
So like, you had that quality of food before?
I had that aglio olio before, but that was before I became a food reviewer. So that person was very lucky lah. But I was like, that is not aglio olio. That's so bad. What the hell is this? And then when I told the waiter, like, hey, this is not, I don't think this is a right way of cooking, the cook got very offended. He was like, this is how I cook it. Like, if you're not happy, you can change to other dish. I was like, fuck, man, I'm not going to change it. What if you spit in my food?
But talking about crazy people, what's the most sedap gila thing you ever eaten? Like crazy, amazing flavor, best thing ever.
Sedap thing that I've ever eaten. Wow, the most sedap. Actually, very hard to say the most lah. But I tell you this, okay? The best food I always get is in Mama. Mama serves the best.
Best
Like,
place for Malaysian, best place for everyone, right?
there's everything. You know, nowadays, Mama, right? You got Chinese food also, you got Thai food also, you got Western food also, you can get Korean food. I'm pretty sure soon, if they can also, they will do. Yeah, they bao ka liao.
Soon. Then, how about the Ramadan bazaar recently? What do you think of it?
I've been to like 3 Ramadan bazaar so far, and I think the Nasi Arab one was the one that got the most attention from people because, poor Chef Amar, you know, everybody was giving him a lot of hell because, you see, the thing about being viral is that you're gonna get a lot of people who will hate you for no fucking reason. Like, I've had people who tell me that they don't like me because I'm overrated. I always see you everywhere, you're so annoying. Well, then don't see. Block. Delete, I don't know, unfollow. You have a lot of options. Just like Amar, like Chef Amar, his food, I've tried it. I tell you this, I enjoyed the lamb so much. Rice, not so much. But I went there, I had a good time.
It's all about like liking what you like, right? Being first on social media and then cooking for other people.
Also, a lot of times people have to understand, I'm not a food critic. I don't think I am a food critic. I don't call myself that because if you ask me, for you to be a food critic, you got to know how to learn to cook. And I don't know how to cook, but I know how to eat, right? To me, a lot of people need to remember that at the end of the day, a food reviewer's opinion is an opinion. You don't have to take it so seriously all the time. Like, if I think that this food is shit, if I think that aglio olio, soupy aglio olio is disgusting, and you like it, go and like it. I'm not going to tell you that you are wrong for liking a soupy aglio olio. It was wrong for me. Now, if a food is delicious for me, I definitely don't need people to tell me, how can you say it's good? It's not good. I went there. It's not as good. What? Lu punya problem lah. What has it got to do with me?
Something for you, this one, like the stress, right, of being food reviewer, people giving you shit, show shit at you, that kind of thing, right? You need to do it every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's a daily base. I got it on a daily basis. Like, you know, you don't know what you're saying. I'm pretty sure somebody pay you to say nice things about them. Like Chef Amar, the Nasi Arab guy, who paid? How much did he pay you to say nice things? Do you think he needs to pay me to talk nice things about him? His queue is so long. People literally fainted while queuing. He does not need me. He's already good. So I don't know. People are always like, whenever I say something is good, right? People always think that I'm being paid to say nice things. And they thought that me being honest means I must trash talk. Sometimes the food is good and the food is good. There's no need for me to talk. Like, you don't give extra remark, what? Want me to vomit and then cry, then only happy, is it? I don't know.
I think maybe it's like the joy of people online. They want to see people like being depressed or something. But it's very toxic, right? In Malaysia.
Very toxic. Malaysian scene on the social media is super toxic. Either you know how to navigate around it, or you just have to stay low-key lah. But for me, I'm since I put myself out there, I'm willing to be the, I'm willing to face and deal with it lah. If to me, it's like if it gets too toxic, if the person cannot be reasoned with, I just block me. There are some people that I'm blocking them. They need to thank me for blocking them. I'm doing them a favor. Now, you already don't like me, what? Then I might as well just block you so that you don't have access to my content. But they will cry about it. They'll be like, oh my God, look at him blocking me. Yeah? He cannot tahan a little bit of criticism. No, it's not that I cannot tahan criticism. I don't want to tahan your criticism. I don't know you.
So I think there's maybe one of the more bad sides of Malaysia. Like, although there's like a lot of nice side, this is the part of these some people throw them aside, they're a bit like jiao ao, Like,
jiao ao, and then I think jiao ao is just I think most of it is 没家教, it's not jiao ao. It's terus straight away. Mother never teach. It's nothing to do with them being proud. Mother never teach. No manners online.
See, we talk about bad side, right? Good side. What's your look on the good side of Malaysia? Unique.
Well, the good side of Malaysia is that because of them, I am where I am today.
So people, the Malaysians support Malaysian, kind of that thing.
Oh yeah, I mean, we tend to be. It's very funny lah. Once you found your audience that will support everything you do, they are there for you. But of course, there are some people like they die would not accept another Malaysian one. They cannot to them. It's like, oh, I would rather watch American streamer. Why I watch this Malaysian streamer? Malaysian streamer definitely low quality. Hello, You judge your own people like that, and then you think when you start, if you the people who say these kind of things, right? If you think you start streaming, right? You think people gonna watch you? Hello.
So I think you can safely say, right, the people sitting there being keyboard warriors, they won't have the balls to go out themselves and make things like what you're doing right now, right? Is it gonna be?
Yeah, a lot of times these keyboard warriors, right? They know how to pop. I think I wish I have somebody who is brave to come up to my face and say whatever they have been saying online. Until then, they are just pussies. And also, a lot of people like to talk, but they don't do much. It's very weird. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure when you start your podcast, right? I'm pretty sure among your friends, there will be people who will have something to say. And then when you ask them, what are you really doing yourself? Like, what are you doing? And they don't know much. They don't do much. But all they do is
check up. Jay.
Okay,
so do you think, right, since you're a food reviewer, right? Somehow, some way, or don't know how lah, food can suddenly solve this thing. Suddenly food can
solve what?
Solve this divide of, you know, unknown things, you know.
I mean, there has been a few times, right, when we come together to defend our food, especially if other countries are brave to come and say, oh, char kway teow is ours, you know, or nasi lemak is ours. That's when you see Malaysia very united and be like, you wish it's yours. Disgusting, you know. Yeah, I mean, if Singaporeans want to claim their food, they better don't.
To Singaporeans out there, your food may be good, but ours are better. Let's keep it that way. Okay.
Your food may be good, but that's your opinion, and that's your, you know, you probably think that it is, then it's good for you. I don't enjoy your food.
We love our own food, you love your own food, then keep it that way.
Don't claim lah. Don't try to claim our food. You see, like our nasi lemak is good. Don't tell people that, oh, you nasi lemak come from us. No.
That's why they have nasi lemak burger now, right? So they claim nasi lemak burger, you keep nasi lemak. Like, wow, what's this?
Nasty.
Then about Malaysia, back to Malaysia, right? You all fly Singapore, fly back to Malaysia. Now we're in Malaysia. Malaysia has so many food, so many culture. Do you think one day, right, you can actually go to try as many different cultural food as possible in the entire Malaysia? Do you think that would be possible? That's one of your goals one day. Would that be one of your goals one day?
To try out many food in Malaysia?
As many food in different cultures in Malaysia, because there's so much.
Oh,
right?
Of course I want to. If I can, like I've been planning to have my own food tour where I go to different states just to makan the food there and all. Yeah, I would love to.
May I know what's the most crazy thing you've ever eaten? Like this mad.
Most craziest thing I've ever eaten.
Yes.
Yeah, have you eaten grasshopper?
Nah.
Okay, let me tell you this. Fried grasshopper tastes like chicken. I know.
Wow, I'm quite speechless, Zon.
I know. Hey, it's part of Thai delicacy. They eat. This is their street food. If you can eat it, try it. Really, you don't have to imagine. Okay, when you eat those kind of food, right, I know it's disgusting. Like, oh my god, a grasshopper. Oh my god, a spider. Oh my god, this, that. You don't imagine it. Just take it out, put it in your mouth, and then chew it.
But won't the texture of grasshopper like crunch, and then chicken taste?
Well, have you tried chicken popcorn?
Yeah. Like that. Okay. Maybe one day when I have the balls, I'll go try that. Then,
I need to force feed you, one time.
Maybe one day Malaysia got fried grasshopper. I don't know. Maybe. Never know.
I ate my fried grasshopper in Malaysia.
Okay.
There, some Thai restaurants sell that. So yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Then for you, right? Talking about more cultural. You go to so many different restaurants, right? Is there any that really keeps you going wanting for more every single time? Like, I don't have enough, I need to go for more. I don't have enough. Tak cukup. Nak makan lagi, like that.
Oh, there are some restaurants that I definitely have thought of, like, oh, if I can, I want to go back there over and over again. But then every day I'm like, you know, I go back to different. I always go to different places lah. But there are a few restaurants that definitely I went back lah. Like you know, Dotis in KLCC. I know a lot of people say, oh my god, it's very expensive. It's not like good. I don't know. I enjoy the food there. I love it. So I'm going back there.
So may I know something a bit about you, right? Because I think a lot of people, like you said, if you hate, how do you deal with hate? like all these people
Cry,
bullshitting.
cry lah. Cry, but I mean, I'm telling you this. A lot of people are very ashamed to admit, but sometimes those words, it hurts. Cry about it. See a therapist. I always tell people, if you can afford it, go and see a therapist because you need them. Okay. I always go to my therapist and I'll tell them what the fuck. Sorry for cursing.
Yes,
What
just
my
curse, bro.
what the fuck my haters have been saying to me, and they will give me the advice and all. And of course, over the years or over the months here, I've been learning to block these people, and to see them go nuts when I block them. Oh my god, very satisfying, man. Like they jump, you know, like, hey, how dare you block me? Eh? I'm like, why not? It's my social media. I just don't want you to have access to my work.
So I think that is also a part of why social media is it's a good part, right? It's a bad part. Good part of sharing story, bad part of all these toxic people. Is there a way somehow, right? One day you can have just a peaceful community, somewhat a perfect one. I want to change. I cannot say perfect because it's pretty impossible to get a perfect community, but one that can help each other as much as possible without any toxicity.
No, I do not believe that they will come. Let me tell you this why. Because we humans, we are all, you know, we have our own moments. Okay, you can be a nice person, but I'm pretty sure you will have the dark side. I can be nice, but I also have my own dark side. And as long as we still have that kind of negative emotions in us, right? No matter how perfect or near perfect your community is that you want to curate, there will be moments when, you know, you just went off, and yeah.
Yes, I did it like that. Okay, so I got one last question for you. A bit on more on advice, right? For people who want to become a food reviewer, want to, you know, like you, like on TikTok, maybe on YouTube, maybe on some other platform in the future, right? Any advice for them who want to develop themselves in a way that for food, for a community?
Okay, so first, don't be my competitor. No, just kidding. Okay, whatever you want to do, okay, be it food review, product reviewer, you know, tech reviewer, whatever kind of review, right? I think the advice has always been very standard. Build your brand. Establish what is so special about you that people want to watch you more. You always must remember, you know, whenever you, even as people ask me last time, oh, Ceddy, can you give me advice as a streamer? Why do you think people want to watch me? And I always tell people, like, for example, if you're talking about streamer, why do you think people watch Ninja? Number one, he's already famous. Okay, that one's given. Two, he was damn good in Fortnite. There is a value for people to want to watch. Maybe they want to learn the way he does whatever he is in the game. Maybe people want to accomplish what he does. Maybe people want to get the satisfaction, like, oh my God, he's going to kill like 10,000 people in the game or whatever. Same like whatever review that you want to do. Food car, tech car, clothes car, fashion, whatever it is. What is the value that you are bringing to your community? What do you think people want to learn or get from watching you? Like for me, my food review, yes, food review is niche, but I make it extra niche by catering to Malay or Muslim audience. So when they watch me, they know that, okay, so this guy probably will care about whether this place is halal, non-halal, or pork free, or whatever. So that is my direction. So whatever you want to do, you got to think about the value that your viewers will get. That is my advice. Like, for example, you're doing this podcast. What makes you think people want to watch you? What are you giving them in return? Maybe you can say, oh, because I interview really fabulous guests like Ceddy, and he gives good advice. I don't know. Something like that lah. You have to think lah.
Okay, so I think I should write all this down, bring to school, take it for my business class lah.
It's okay. You are recording, so you can always get back to the last part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
27 minutes. Yeah.
Great. So, any last words from you that you want to give to anyone out there? Anything?
Last words. Okay. Not really lah. Just be good to each other if you can. Okay, be good to each other. Support, listen to Herman, help him grow his brand as well. You know, I would like to see Pixelated Talk taking it to a whole new level. You're 16 years old and you're already doing this. So, oh God, you have way bigger balls than I am. Because last time when I was your age, this is something I wanted to do, but I was so scared I have to wait until 18 years later. Oh, then only I started doing my things.
That's very kind from you. That's touched my heart.
Good. There must be a reason why you're doing what you're doing, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Like this.
Do you have any podcaster that you look up to?
Right. Actually, the reason I started this podcast is partly inspired by Genie Boy. Yeah, the Mama session. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think it's
That's
kind of cool.
good.
Yeah.
Have you met him? Have you spoken to him?
Not personally, but to his staff, yes. One of his
staff?
One of his content creator partners.
Shufei.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
You know Shufei, right? Yeah.
Yeah, she's a friend.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one day you get to have Genie Boy himself on your show.
Probably gonna be a dream come true to have him on the podcast. But Ceddy, I mean, it's amazing having you here, right? It's crazy that you came. Really appreciate that. Take up your time from your I think quite busy schedule you have right now. And yeah. Hope wish you all the best. And I think that's the end of today's show. A big thank you, of course, to Ceddy for joining us. And if you like
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. And if you like our podcast, to those listeners out there, you can listen to us on many platforms. Spotify, you're on Spotify, you're on Apple Podcasts, you're on Google Podcasts, you're on to go to YouTube to see my face and Ceddy's face, our wonderful faces if you want. And yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Herman_Pang. Hope you have a great day, a great night, and whenever other time you're listening this to, and bye-bye, have a great day.
All right. Bye.